Yes. Hi, Rinpoche is on the way down now.
Jumden de Jin Jaba Jamba Zawe Sandere Chadu Demba de Jaba Jin Jamba
Kalo Gyo
Hadam Nam Jedum
Chumden De Pyao Kyo Shakya Tupala Chasa Tuju Jiwo
Rama
Tumba Chumden De She Ba Chumba Yamda Ba Sobe Sangye Reba Dem Shipsu Demba Dewa Ship Jide Jemba Gebo Drowe Kalo Gyo Lala Meba Sangye Chumdende Pyagya Wang Shakya Tumala Chasa Chodo Gyapsu Cheo
Rama
Tumba Chumdende She Ba Chumba Yamda Ba Sume Sangye Reba Na Shapsu Demba Dewa Ship Jide Geba Gebo Gyo Kalo Gyo Wa
Hadam Nam Jedum
Sangye Chumdende Pyagya Wa Shakya Tupala Chasa Chodo Gyapsu Chewo Kyane Su Kyo Tamse Sachen De La Gompa Tupun Nade Jiten Dina Choche Sun Tishe Shim Kyanga Cha Salo Nada Kuna Chudo Susawa Yeshe Gyaso Sege Lombo Dra Dava Jiten Sumna Namewa Gombo Chune Kyola Chas Chajo Dempa Dreame Daweja Sedo Drowa Kyola Chas Dodra Kyodra Seba Sumaje Name Kenjen Kyola Chas Gombo Doje Chedempa Yonjoye Yonjoye Dempa Sona Yonde Gatso Ship Deje Sela Chas Dabe do cha zhuwa gyu ge wei nen zong le zhu shi shi du dong dan chu gyu pa shi gyu chu la cha sa zhong le zhou wei lam yang tong la ba da la rak tu ni xin ge dang pa yong den den ge do la yang cha sa do not Samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. I prostrate to the three noble, rare, sublime ones. Thus did I hear at one time the Bhagavan was dwelling on Mesavouch's mountain in Rajagriha together with a great community of monks and a great community of bodhisattvas at that time. The Bhagavan was absorbed in the concentration on the categories of phenomena called profound perception. Also at that time, the bodhisattva Mahasattva Araya Avalokiteshvara looked upon the very practice of the profound perfection of wisdom and beheld those five aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Then through the power of Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said this to the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Aya Avalokiteshvara. How should any son of the lineage train who wishes to practice the activity activity of the profound perfection of wisdom. He said that, and bodhisattva mahasava Avalokiteshvara said this to the venerable Sharavati Putra, Shariputra, any son of the lineage or daughter of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom should look upon it like this correctly and repeatedly, beholding those five aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Form is emptiness is form. Emptiness is not other than form. Form not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, likewise, all phenomena are emptiness, without characteristic, unproduced, unceastingless, not without state, not deficient, not fulfilled. Shariputra, therefore, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visual form, no sound, no odor, no taste, no object of touch, and no phenomena. There is no I element, and so on up to and including no mind element, and no mental consciousness element. There is no ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, and so on up to and including no aging and death, and no extinction of aging and similarly, there is no suffering, origination, cessation, and path. There is no the wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Shariputra, therefore, because there is no attainment, bodhisattva rely on and dwell in the perfection of wisdom, the mind without obscuration and without fear, having completely passed beyond error, they reach the end point of nirvana. All the Buddhas who dwell in the three times also manifestly, completely awaken to unsurpassable, perfect, complete enlightenment in reliance on the perfection of wisdom. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the mantra equal to the unequal, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, should be known as true since it is not false. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is clear. Ayata Om Gade Gade Para Gade Para Samam Gade Bodhisoha Shariputra, the bodhisattva, mahasattva, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom like that. Then the Magga, one who rose from that concentration and commanded the bodhisattva, Mahasattva aya avalokiteshvarasi. Well said, son of the lineage. It is like that, it is like that. One should practice the profound perfection of wisdom, just as you have indicated. Even the Tathagatas rejoice the Bhagavan, having thus spoken. The venerable Sharyavati Putra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Ayahavalokiteshvara, those who surround the entirety along with the world of gods, humans, asuras, and Gandharvas were overjoyed and highly praised that spoken by the Bhagavan. From the holy supreme realm of Kechira, you who possess powers of clairvoyance and magical emanation, look after practitioners like a mother looks after her children. To the host of Dakinis of the three bodies, I prostrate. Aka Samadarasa Sadarasa Maraya Peyaga Samarasa. Aka Samadarasa Sadarasa Maraya Pe Tayata Gate Gate Aragate Parasamgate Buddhism. By the teachings of the three noble rares of life ones possessing the power of truth, may hindrances be averted, may they be limited, may they be pacified. May all enemies and negative forces opposed to Dharma, Shantim Kuru Soha. May the host of 80,000 obstacles be pacified. May we be free from harmful conditions to Dharma. May all excellences be in accord with the Dharma. May there be auspiciousness and perfect happiness here. Right? Om Benja Bhumi Ahom Wanchen Seki Sashi Om Benjariki Ahom Chi Chari Kuyoki Kowe Oso Ri Kyapori Ra Shalu Pabolo Zambole No Malancho Chandra Minya Ludam Lupanaya Naya Yudan Thauna Chodo Draminyan Dan Draminyan Geda Rinpoche Riwo Pazam Gishin Dojeba Mamel Pari Loto Kolo Rinpoche Lombo Rinpoche Sumo Rinpoche Lombo Rinpoche Mambo Rinpoche Tacho Rinpoche Mambo Rinpoche Tejimbo Yebo Ge Ma Drenwa Ma Lu Ma Gama Mito Ma Dupo Ma Nansa Ma Drichama Ni Ma Dawa Rinpoche Do Chile Nambar Gewe Gesen Oso la ra mi pao jom bon som som pa ma sang wa me ba sang shi yi do o wa di ran jin chen sa wa dan kyu pa chi pe pe de la ma ta nam ba ke pa du ya yon so ten pe na dan dun ke le do sen ne mo te jesu la ma lo san do wa do che chan chen po kep che zo pa rin po che Pao Zam Po Shao Nam Ne Te Pa Chen Bo Sun Shu Zam Ho Le Pa Su We Yun Do Shin Gam Bu Wara Gyu Du Je Zhu We Dun Du She Su So Shin Ne Kya Ta So Zhu Wa Ma Gyu Nam Ne Ta Da Nam Pin Sem Chen Tam Che La Du Je Wa Chen Bo Ko Ne Jin Ge Lam Tu 사시보이기 조이시 예도자만
상제
초당 수기 중남나 장초 바도 다니 겹수지 다기 진년 기배 소남게 졸라 벤제 상게 조마쇼
상제
초당 수기 중남나 장초 바도 다니 겹수지 다기 진년 기배 소남게 졸라 벤제 상게 조마쇼
상제
초당 소기 초남라 장주 파도 다니 겹수지 다기 천년 개배 소남게 졸라 벤제 상게 로마쇼
I'm going to clarify the past, the answers not completed into some, stories, and makes more clear. So first do that. So the motivation was very short. Those quotation that it takes a lot of time in that, and then it's all subject. That doesn't happen. So that happens to me like that. Besides, what subject what I'm supposed to speak, and then it doesn't happen. Then something else happens. During the time of speaking, something else happens. Then many times as actual subject to speak, then it doesn't happen. So it happens many times. Yes, well, it's like that. Even though it is planned, I'm supposed to speak on that, but something else comes. So like that. In the other arms, they will speak whatever is planned. But but for me it is uncertain. So whatever comes. Yeah. Yeah, so the motivation, just oneself to achieve ultimate happiness, not Deva human beings, Munto, the higher realm happiness, and Deva human realm. That temporary, which is temporary because it is that happiness, samsara happiness, is natural suffering. So that's why it doesn't last temporary. You have to understand why it is temporary. Very, very important. Very, very important. Because if we don't recognize suffer as samsara pleasure, it's natural suffering. We don't think about that, and we think. As is mentioned, Lama Chaba by Benjamin Chicken. Soga Tunan Tabi Korwa D. Gavi Sandra Tongwe Lopang Ne. Lapsum Pabe Nortis, Osung De. Tabi Gentesima change it up. So say, So Gatunan Tabi Korwa D. The so unbearable the samsara prison. samsara like person. So Dharma type Kawadi. So this Kawadi, this cyclic existence or the second existence. Korwa. The second one. Korwa. The second one. So, what is exactly what it is certain yin pung jewe junji cha, jewe jun sa to go details and then junji cha, certain yin pung junji cha, jewe junji cha, jewe jun, jewe jun. The continuity of the aggregates, continuity of the rebirth, the continuity of rebirth of the aggregates, contaminated aggregates caused by delusion karma. I put it that way. Continuity of the rebirth, the meaning of samsara. Exact meaning of samsara, or how to think of the meaning. The continuity of the aggregates, contaminated aggregates caused by karma and delusion. So the you see the very first time your aggregates in the mother's womb, after fertilized egg, sperm and egg meet together and the fertilized egg. So the content is your content is from intimate stage, entered in that. Entered in that, so that's I guess a form, feeling, cognition, compound, I guess consciousness. So so there's the continuity of the rebirth, continuity of the rebirth of the aggregates. Contaminated aggregates, the contaminated, the seed of delusion and karma, you see. And that's, see, the Kasari. Caused by common delusion. So, yeah, so the that's continued from the past life, the intermediate stage. Continuation from the aggregate, the intermediate stage. Just before that, intermediate stage. It continued from that. So, So, so that is what Korowa, circling one. Circling one, or cycle existence, and circling one, Korowa. So in the Lamri Chamo, Lama Tsongapa mentioned in Lamri Chamo, Sarchenyi Junji Cha is mentioned. JV is not there. Sarchenyi Junji Cha. So the part of the continuity of the aggregates, contaminated aggregates, I think it's caused by common delusion. So, so that's the definition of samsara in the Lamrichamo. Why it's called a part? Because there are 5 parts. Part of merit, part of preparation, rationing part of meditation, part of normal learning. So the meditator, who exercises part of meditation, so this meditator doesn't reincarnate, does not reincarnate again in samsara. You see, this is the last samsara. This aggregate that does not continue to next. This is the last one. This is what he has now. It's the last one. There's no continue to. There's no continuation to the next samsara. You see, to the next. It didn't happen. So that's part. By saying part, so it exposed that. It's samsara now, but it does not continue. That one. So if any of you have achieved part of meditation, then you don't have to worry about suffering samsara. After this life, there's no continuation. So you are totally liberated. Totally liberated. Amazing. But didn't happen yet. But it didn't happen that from beginning. Can you imagine? That didn't happen. It didn't happen. Only happen now. In case if there's anybody who has achieved this part of meditation. But you see, you have to think well. Didn't happen that from the beginningless samsara. You understand? You are beginningless. In the past, you say beginningless samsara. No beginning, beginningless. Beginningless. You have to think very, very well. You have to think that really deep. Otherwise, just to say words and may not bring much effect to the mind. But if you really think well, as we said, words, really think well, it's a big shock. It's an unbelievable shock. From beginning, less suffering. You may experience oceans of suffering, samsara. Wow. Lamachen. Yeah, yes, you recite Lamachen. So that you often say, when I pass through, you say Lamachen. Oh, that one, Lamachen. Oh, you think that? You think that? Lamachen. Or you say Lamachen. Remember that? Wow. So like that. So you see, I'm saying, if somebody has achieved this path of meditation, whose arguments don't have to continue next. Wow, amazing. Wow, 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 wow. Unbelievable, most unbelievable. Only now. Wow, wow, this time. So from beginningless rebirth, samsara never happened. Pa, 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 lamaja, lamaja, lamaja. It's something that we get fainted. It's something that if you think well, get fainted. You know, it's like that. So normally we say beginner, but you know, as one like myself don't think really well. But if you think really well, as the word you say, wow, it's something you can find it. You know, heart attack. You understand? Nose attack, heart attack. How many attacks? How many attacks happens? Begin with the heart attack, then other attacks. That's amazing. Can't bow. That's so. Therefore now Dharma practice, meditation, Dharma practice, holy Dharma practice, not worldly Dharma, holy Dharma practice. That's so important. You see, you come to know how that is so unbelievable, most unbelievable, most important in life. Most important in life. The money. The money. Isn't the money is more important? Money is most important than anything else. Most people think. But money comes from Dharma. Money is enjoyment. It's come from past life charity. Having made charity, that's Dharma. Instead of say clean, you give charity to a sentient being, or you made offering to Dharma Sangha, or you made charity to a sentient being. Oh, from that Dharma, then the money came from that. Say, this business, I went to university, I went to this business, But you see, that's not that's just a condition. Just a condition, that's the main cause. That's not main cause. I want to clarify. Not main cause, it's a condition. So there are people who never went to school or university, nothing. But you see, wealthy, rich, doesn't have those education, but wealthy, rich, doesn't have money their whole life. You know? So there are many people like this. In Taiwan, there's one benefactor was like that, who didn't go to university like this. So as a farmer or earlier. So anyway, there are many people like this. Otherwise, anybody who is a world means of living, anybody who went to university, it has really that. When you get university degree, so there is no primitive country like Solo Combo, the primitive countries use the Solo Combo or the, anywhere primitive countries there are no university, no college, then they don't really miss living. They're rich, according to those countries, they're rich people, right? So, that, without going to university. So the reason doesn't cover. So all that, so the karma. You understand? All that come from Dharma, come from past life. Charity. If you mean so like that, if you want to be whole life how long you are going to samsara. If you're going to have a successful life, you have a wealth, if you're going to have wealth, and all that things, then long life, all the wealth, no sickness. Then this life, you have to be careful. You do not create the cause of sickness, and trigger the cause of long life, and all that things, wealth and all that. Means of living, create the cause, charity. You must do a lot of charity outside. Like that, you see. Yeah, so if you are, if you're Buddhist, then unbelievable opportunity to make Buddha Sangha, then merits, unbelievable merits, especially with the bodhisattva, what the merits more than sky. Sky is limitless, but merits, cause of happiness more than sky. You understand? With the bodhisattva. So, with the bodhisattva, we can often trace it like the atoms of this earth. Merits, you collect. It's like that. So if you don't, it's possible to make charity so much myself, then all that is, then you experience poverty. You experience poverty. You harm others' wealth, or things like that. You're stingy, or then stingy, or then poor. Then bad to be ultimate means to earn the means of living, to make money. So even the person didn't have education, but so easy to earn money. So past life means some charity. So that's clever. That one's clever. Clearing the cause of a healthy life, long life, no sickness. Means really what? Clearing the cause. Because they make charities, even though not Buddhist, but even 1 rupee, you may charity to a beggar. 1 rupee, $1, 1 rupee. What? You may charity to a beggar. So you can you can create the cause of success in this life, success in next lives. You see? Yeah. So, see, that next life is done once, but as long as it's samsara, that's not sure when you actually path. So like that, So, money, all these things, what we have now, all that, the main cause from past good karma, charity, have to understand. All people who create the unmistaken cause of those, it's your future lives, all the conditions, now. That is clever. That is considered, fortunate and clever. Fortunate, clever, sorry. You see, but otherwise, how much you're expert in business, you go to university, Harvard University, learn about how to do business. You can expert, but you learn expert. I know you learn expert, but when you actually do business, doesn't succeed. Got to stop, block. That's because the past you didn't you harmed others, others injuries, you harmed, see? You made cause others poverty. You didn't make charity, you're stingy. What has happened? Even you expert, and you go to university, study, economic, But when you still do, I know that, I know that. Even you still do, doesn't work. Even though there are some people work, but not everybody work. Can't find job. I know that people are there. Not only the education. So therefore, the people who don't have education, but have money, but past life means charity, no mazel, no giver. Because mazel needs, give me charity, so that's because renouncing mazelness. Charity to others. You see, yeah. I think in Sri Lanka, Burma, Thailand, those countries, when the monks, even they don't know much Dharma, they really don't know Lamrim at all. Don't know much about some karma. I mean, some things say this is a good result. So by offering food for a monk, then they will have a success. They will have success in this life or next life, success. So they have faith, and they offer. So in the early morning, I went to Thailand I think on the way to Australia or America or something, I'm not sure. But at 6 o'clock, I got from the hotel and then to the airport. But the light just happened, around 6 o'clock. And then the ladies kneel down in the road. Ladies kneel down in the car road, not the car road, but the platform, and they carry the food here. And they kneel down and carry the food like this. The monk passing through in the early morning. Then I thought, wow, if I was here, no way I could do this. In the morning, get up, get food. I'm too lazy to that. I would be sleeping. But I didn't think it's that. But I thought, no way I could do this if I'm still in Thailand. I thought that because a monk passing with the begging bowl, then the ladies, they kneel down, they hold food like this. So they respect like seeing Buddha. Like Buddha's coming, they make offer to Buddha. It's like unbelievable respect. So they create much good karma. Even the respect creates so much good karma. So even they don't have no Lamrim understanding at all, and just thing of karma, result of that, you see, you get benefit. So that might be general public, might be idea. Not everybody. I'm sure some are like. But some are like a good heart. You don't expect a return, you see. You just make offering, you don't think of a return. Some good-hearted person. So anyway, that's yes, they create much kasure, good karma, means believing success and so on. That's anyway. You see. Saktenyi pumbu jewe junji cha. So that then chapter demolition which explained the continuity of the rebirth of the aggregates, contaminated aggregates caused by common tradition. So, what the samsara is that? So then, of course, you can regard that this I guess this samsara, gokas. That you should say that. Make simple. So what I'm saying. So ultimate happiness, the everlasting happiness, or the blissful state of peace. Blissful state of peace. Total liberation. The samsara, liberation from that. So it means from oceans of samsara suffering. Yeah, the suffering, pain, suffering, change is the way I started to talk of suffering, change, all the samsara pleasures. And that's I said, the reason why it doesn't last is because of the nature of suffering. Then third suffering, where the true suffering arises. Kappa, Ducheki, Dungal, pervasive, compounding suffering. That's my own translation. So I do not know what others do, complete translation. And there are many translations, and they only translate Kappa. Ducheki, Dungal, they don't translate. In the past. Nowadays, of course, there are many expertise and Dharma and English both, so many correct translations. But in the past, long time ago, then many times in the how is translated, how the Dharma word, how translated, how left out, or like that. I think that most people translate as a young people who didn't learn Dharma like Geshe, in the long time ago before. And they know the English, and Geshe doesn't speak English, even though knows well the subject. So I think, many translations was, in the past long time ago, it was like that. So it was close to the point, but not exact. So it's So therefore, now of course much better. Many years ago, been developed. That's why one reason. What Isuna says. Learning Tibetan is the best thing to learn the philosophy. To learn the philosophy, Buddhist philosophy, to learn the Tibetan language is the best way to understand. Correct. To understand what Isuna emphasized that is that. So it is true, like that in the old times. So much suffering. So it looks like there's 8 freedom, 10 religions, perfect human birth. So for the Westerners, so done the Tibetan, so it looks like you need to edit one more, knowing the Tibetan language. Because then you make it so easy to understand philosophy. So it looks like that. So what I think did add more opportunity, the freedom to practice Dharma. Okay, so not enough, even just achieve that. That regards the meaning of life, that's the middle one, but I think reality, so that's the really most meaning of life. That's the real meaning of life. No. The real meaning of life to benefit others. You see, to stop benefit others, and that depends on stopping harm, stop giving harm to others. Also, so number, not just one, but starting from that, numberless sentient beings, numberless helpless, non-categorical animals, human beings, Sura beings, Asura beings, intermediate beings, freedom from oceans of samsara suffering. So that include everybody. Include everybody. Wow, 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 wow. The bodhisattva is an unbelievable thing, unexpressible, most precious, precious, precious. The thought to benefit sentient being. There's not one ant left out. You see, in your prayer, not one. There's a scientist said, what 13,000 different ants. But anyway, however, not even one ant, no matter how tiny is it, one ant not left out. You see, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter where it is, Tibet, Africa, Mount Kailash, I mean, you know, wherever it is. Wherever it is. Those snakes, unbelievable karma. You know, I see so many times people dig. The earth is tight, completely tight. They dig. Then they know, they smell the stones, some I don't know how to, then they see the hole, or then sometimes, see the hole, then big snake, all rolled. Lama, karma. They find snake, then they are got used. Then they capture the first the neck, you know that, then can't do anything. So then they carry to eat. And they cut in pieces and then fry. I don't know. Then they fry and then I think they mash. I don't know. Yeah. Those children and girls and boys, and they go on the field, carry the axe and other things. Then they go. They know what the snakes. Even the snakes not outside, but but somehow they feel. I don't know. They dig, and then they find the snake. Snakes inside earth. There's no hole outside. Many times there's no hole outside. Lamachi. So anyway, sorry. My talk get delayed. Sorry. So your bodhisattva. You see, when you remember, even you don't have a realization bodhisattva, but you see when you do that, effort bodhisattva or in you to pray, but include those snacks. How many there are? Hidden insects, tiny insects. How many hidden underground? There's no one left out. Everything is there in your prayer, in your bodhisattva motivation. So good, so good, so good. Wow. The numberless animals in the ocean, tiniest, and as scientifically mentioned, but I don't remember. Tiniest is in the ocean, said. There must be some centimeters like bubble. I saw. I think in California, this famous river. I saw something. Anyway, the numberless beings in the water, then in the ground, in the bushes. No matter where, this world, another universe. There are numberless universe. So, wherever your own motive, own your bodhicitta, own general bodhicitta includes everyone. Nobody is left out. No one is left out. Anywhere, into the ground, in the ocean, any universe, when you do the bodhicitta prayer, it includes everybody. So I think the bodhicitta, the motivation, so good. Then you do everything. Then you do whatever you're going to do. Action of your body, speech, mind, whatever you do, you do for all these sentient beings. That's so kind, that's so good, so good, so good. Ba, 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 ba. What a best thing. You understand? You understand? The bodhisattva. Don't think bodhisattva, that's like a girl, that's like a parma. No. Really like this. Really unbelievable. More really unbelievable. This is what I was thinking, you see. Yeah, sometimes I was thinking like this. Unbelievable. The help to send me when it's in the general bodhisattva. Everyone, you do whatever you're going to do, you're going to decide one mile or whatever, you see, or you're going to do mindfulness meditation, breathing meditation, whatever. But the motivation, bodhicitta, like this, wow, lama. There you say lama. There you should say lama. This unbelievable, most unbelievable. Papa, this practice, wow, bodhicitta, this best practice in your life. Wow. Benefit to everybody. So whatever you do, benefit to everybody. You think, Papa, it's the best. When see, no one end left out. So you see, you can people, nobody left out. You see, in other countries, see, people dying by starvation, homeless, by sickness, COVID, anything that terrible happens. But you see, when you do Tonglen, when you do bodhicitta practice, wow, everybody's there. Everybody's English. Wow, so good. Best. You see, you understand? Wow. So anywhere there's a plant, bushes plant, and there's a tiny insects, all kinds. So that no matter how far, no people can see. No people, not just people, the world cannot see. Ordinary people. It's even like that, but when you do what it's the English, everybody. Do you understand what I highly appreciate? Most highly appreciate. So good is the bodhicitta. Includes everybody. Nobody's left out. So freedom, free all the sentient from the oceans of samsara suffering and bring them to enlightenment. Therefore then, by myself alone, therefore I must achieve enlightenment. Therefore I must achieve enlightenment. Then so I'm going to listen to teaching, okay? So that's, all right. That's all, that's the motivation, okay. So, I haven't begun yet. That's what I said before. My teachings, and what is planned, but such things happens, and then So anyway, I haven't begun yet. So I begin teaching it. Maybe you do next life. Next life, ABC, the ABC exists, not do next life. Or Russian students exist, not so, yeah, also for them. So, anyway, so I'm to clarify some things from last time, okay, before teaching. To the 1 hour. Oh, okay. You said there's some questions? Which letter? Okay? Yeah, which letter? Maybe you do a half question. Have next time. Yeah, so so you can see how we are so humble, fortunate, most fortunate this time, by coming to ABC, D, E, F, G, is so we need more centers, ABC, then next one, ABC, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, right. What am I going to say? What I'm going to say? The last time I said, might be useful for you. This last time, I think maybe Russia or some ask question, yeah. So about some harming something. Yeah. Anyway, this may be helpful you if you say normally can remember. Forget, of course, then no use. When there's harm, then you can remember this. So there's a party happened. George Pali. George Pali used to come to. In the FPMT board member. So he used to come every time, many years, every time for the meeting. Come on, and baby, just come, never miss until he until there's some disagreement happened. Also, it's like that. Very, very dedicated. Yeah, I think he does computer business, or he does computer business. Yeah. Yes, something with wealth in the computer business. So he was in a party, and the lady who mentioned the student. So I don't know the name of the lady, student. So she discussed with the Judge Pali, and they have a new car. They have a new car, but the next neighbor is old man. He didn't like it, he was jealous, so he scratched the car, the new car that this lady has, and this student has. He scratched the car, I think maybe 2 times or something. Then she asked Judge Pali, what to do. Then Judge Father said, if Salama Sapa, I'm sure, he said that, but I'm sure, you know, I'm totally angry and, you know, shout and, you know, things like that, not what ordinary people do. So anyway, he said, he said, if the Lama Sopa, then he would do this. He told the lady, student, you know, what the old man like. You know, you buy that and give it to the old man, you know, who scratch the car. So they checked what old man like. The old man like ball, golf balls. So they went to buy. They bought few. Yeah. So they bought gold. Yeah, pure. Yeah, pure. And went to give it up.
He bought many gold balls.
Okay. They bought many, and they went to give it to the old man who scratched the car.
Like a gift.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, then you have to explain what means gift. Then you have to explain again what means gift is. So I'm sorry. Yeah, so gave the old man. Old man didn't accept it. He didn't accept. Then slowly he accepted. Slowly he accepted. And then in the beginning he didn't accept. Then slowly he accepted. Then he came and he raised car scratch. He painted, yeah? Painted or what?
He stopped getting angry and scratching the car.
No, I think I heard no, I think he painted to scratch, so that picks up. I think he started to forget the story. Yeah, so he stopped scratching, and then I think he fixed up. So that's what happened. So it might be helpful for you. So the Judge Pali suggests that. So that you mentioned to you, you see now, today, because I want to explain this also today. Very important to understand this about the anger, how it destroys your happiness, your liberation, your enlightenment. Your happiness. So I think in relation to this question, mentioned okay. So you see you don't have bodhicitta, and somebody has bodhicitta. So if you get angry in for 1 second, 가와 똥도 싸와야 진단대세 쳐라서 깨지게 점을 채서. So merits you collected for 1,000 eons. Merits cause of happiness. The merits you collected for 1,000 eons. 1,000 eons. Such as having made charity, made offering to Buddhas, so forth. If you rise anger to a bodhisattva, 1 second, then destroys 1,000 merits you collected in the past. Totally destroyed in 1 second. Totally destroyed in 1 second. Gone. So how much you put effort to collecting merits, whatever, gone. You destroyed. How much you put effort and, sacrifice life, but it's gone. That in the second, gone, finished, destroyed. You destroyed. You understand? Like that. So like that. So we don't know who is bodhisattva, who is not bodhisattva. For example, Asanga meditated 12 years, in 12 years in the cave or hermitage, and nothing happened. Only after that I think he gave up 3 times. Start again. So I don't have to repeat that. You may have heard that story many times. So in the road, after he came back, after all that, then he saw dark. A lower part of the door is totally full of maggots. And the wound, maggots full of Then he got unbelievable compassion. Unbelievable compassion. Then he started to cut, release. How to check out the worms. What do you call it? Maggots, yeah. So so he cut his flesh from the thigh, cut the flesh and spread there to give to the maggots. So he didn't want to pick up with the finger because it might crash. So he went to pick up with the tip of the tongue. Then by closing eye, how much he went there, he couldn't touch. So one eye, then it's no longer dog. You see, before, it is Mr. Buddha, no dog at all is enlightened being. But because you see, obscuration is not purified. So that brought to see Buddha, to see Mr. Buddha. So that projected the coming appearance, ordinary coming appearance, dark, only dark, full of maggots. You understand? You have to understand that. So, after incredible compassion, then you see cut flesh. And then, then so much Buddha. Then you see, because 12 years he meditated, never saw. Then he complained to Mr. Buddha, oh, I meditated for 12 years. So Mr. Buddha said, yes, I was always there in the cave. I was there because he spitted on the cave, he spitted. So Mr. Buddha showed all that spit on his robe to Asanga, the fruit. So we should know, therefore we should know when you do retreat, the deity, Buddha, is always there. You must know that. Don't all live to story Asanga. No. Must relate to yourself, normally. When you do this, not only sit, wherever you are, even your toilet. Wherever you are, that Buddha is there, your deity is there. You understand? So, yeah, so then, so then I can say, then Asanga grabbed, see, and then completely, then yes, they proved, all that spit. I said, what do you want? Then I said, I want Dharma teaching, You didn't ask for, because I didn't ask ice cream or anything. All right, okay, so I'm joking. So anyway, then took Asanga, see, I think it took Asanga, the Dushita Pure Land. And then one morning gave the Chamchu Denga, the 5 divisional teaching of Mithya Buddha. One morning there, but it's for him it means 50 years. Then Asanga came down in the hero commentary called Sadenga. The 5 divisions of ground, Sadenga, he wrote commentary. Then you see from there up to now, numberless beings achieved enlightenment by practicing that. By practicing that, I was someone like they can Uda Tantra, the Jain's ornamental sutra, Uda Namji, or then. So, see, so, starting those, numberless beings is achieved actualized path to enlightenment. Actualized path, actualized enlightened, numberless beings from that. You see, up to now. So that's come from Asangas. This is compassion. Wow. Amazing. So Lamrim is written after that. Condensed all the teachings. So for these teachings, numberless beings enlightened. Liberated from the oceans of samsara sufferings. Each individual beings, oceans of each individual beings, samsara, which continuation did not have beginning. You understand? So, unbelievable, the compassion, they tended the dog to the, and that's medieval, and appeared to the dog. Due says, coming obscuration to the karma. Impure karma, this karma. So that's, you understand? So that's become a long story, but sorry. But, you see, Yeah, I saw in Baksa dogs like that. Eating. I saw unbelievable. Yeah, that. So, but you see, I don't like that merit Sangha has. Feel compassion. Very self-saying thought, no compassion. But the dogs like that. So we, please understand, we meet like that many times. Human being, unbelievable suffering, human, then animal, we meet, but Buddha, but they are Buddha, bodhisattva. We meet. No, not Sangha, nah. We meet, yeah. But we don't recognize. We're not fortunate like that. I mean, myself, we're not fortunate Sangha, not like that. You see? That's the syndicate practice. So I didn't recognize. So we meet. We normally meet. Yes. I say, yes. Yes. Aspect, Buddha, Bodhisattva, in ordinary aspect, extreme aspect, extreme. This is the. You can't, live your life, terrible, yeah. Animals and people like that. Definitely we meet. Yeah, but probably don't recognize. We just abandon, that like garbage. So, so like I said, there's Bodhisattva Thomas Sangpo said, one of these in the verses, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Four sentences, you see. Rangxing Nembe, Semjin, Didu Tabu, Nandangze, Rinjin Tedan, Taiwa, Shinyaba, Kabe, Jensen Lab, Sote, Rangxing Nembe, Semjin, very evil nature, Rangxing Nemba, Semjin, Didu, then, heavy need karma, suffering, then possessed by that, and then oppressed by that. Possessed by that. Then when you see that, then that type of thing like punctual. You should that type of like punctual. Wow, like that. Never got a so difficult to find this. So you must cherish. So means which grand jewel that brings all your wishes fulfilled. You see, all the material what you would like, comfortable. So you look at that person or that sentient being, like that jewel, so happy. So the bodhisattvas, special bodhisattvas, so happy to see anything like jewel. Then see, cherish that thing. See that, see, because that, then easy to generate compassion. So easy to generate compassion. Like Asanga did. You remember? Exactly. So easy to develop compassion. So. Then from that, so much measure, purification, then realization. So then from the Lord, bodhicitta comes. Wow. Then that makes you achieving free from oceans of samsara suffering. Then makes you achieving that's like joy. That sentence being seen like joy. That's what Bodhisattva Sangha says also, that's so precious, so precious. Wow, then you cherish so much, like the joy. Never give it so difficult to find. Never give it so difficult to find. Cherish, like jewel, original jewel. Wow, that's fourth chapter. Because 40, not chapter, but verse. Yes. So anyway, so that's so my talk carried away. But you see, many times, but the compassion doesn't. So anyway, so therefore, you see, we don't know who is the bodhisattva, who is the Buddha. You cannot tell. No, we always meet, but you cannot tell. You see, all like that. So therefore, we have to be very, very careful in the anger. Very, very careful. We put much effort. Put so much effort in practicing patience to not be angry. So that means, you see, if the bodhisattva, you get 1 second, then you see 1 second, and then you destroy the merits you collected for 1,000 years. You get angry with this about 1 second. Okay, that means you are going to be held around for 1,000 years. You have to know that. Not only destroy the merits, but Rabinatha Padasa, in the role, in the hell, 1,000 years. You have to know that. Then, third, your realizations, realize the emptiness, bodhisattva, the Guru Devotion, the Sing Buddha, all that delayed 1,000 years. All the realization get delayed 1,000 years. I'm just doing Laudo committee. I'm joining Laudo committee so that can stay longer in the brain, In the brain, I don't know wherever. There's a bird, there's chicken. I have in my computer, not computer, Skype, iPad, yes. Chicken, there was a chicken cut head. The man in the West, but the chicken didn't die. Chicken lasted 1 year. So he feed from here, from neck, from here, he feeds, So 1 year. So he's been taken around the world, I think maybe to raise fund for that. So then I think maybe he missed out to the putting food one day or something, then chicken died. 1 year. It lasted 1 year. So like that, you see. That's just outside of the talk. They didn't brain, so had to cut off. No, that's cut off. You can see it dropped on the ground at the picture. So he was feeding, that. It's karma, amazing. So anyway, what to say? Okay. So three things. So 1,000 years, Rabinatha result anger, they held it on. Then 1,000 years of merits completely destroyed. Then realization, 12,000 years, 1,000 years, three things, okay? So dangerous, anger. Must practice patience. Even I carry the name patience, Saba, but I don't practice patience. So, yes, you see, it is. You see, if you practice patience, then you see, rising anger definitely become less. Rising anger, you see, becomes more rare. More rare, you know. More rare to rise anger. And even anger rises but short time. But short time. Oh, that definitely happens. So it's the natural mind. There's no phenomena. There's no phenomena. If you train your mind, nothing becomes easier. There's no phenomena like that. If you train your mind, definitely becomes easy. Yeah, each of that, easy. Yeah, come down low. So. Yes, really, it is really. Yeah. If you don't practice patience, so normally, yeah, even though you're learning Lord, Susa, Tantra, blah 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 blah, you can explain blah 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 blah. You know, intelligence, blah 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 blah. You can remember everything, but then it's a practice patience, very rare. Guarda. Geshe Raptan, my teacher, Baksa, who began the Dura teaching philosophy. So as a disciple on Geshe, I forgot his name. Pemba. Everybody knows. He's so famous on the present patience. Never get angry. In any situation, never get angry. Yeah. So he has his robe says lice, no lice, the bigger one. I don't know lice, the small, you call lice the egg, not small white one, not that one, the little bit bigger one, in the many hands. Okay. Shik. Huh? B. Please. That's the right one? Please, red one? No, not red one. Please, not red one. The red zombie one? No. Shiki. Huh? Lice, yeah. Lice, so lice comes here, outside the we met, I think we have here. So, come here, come outside. They pick up, they put it inside. So everything came inside. Everything. So it's an incredible compassion, giving up himself to the lies. This Chujoko Sangpa, he almost died. Giving himself purposely with lies, so much lies. 3 times he almost passed away. This purposely with so much love and compassion, bodhisattva is done. offered himself. So, almost 3 times. And Jeju Gazangpa, he never liked to build a monastery, no organization. He never like organization. I think to no rise attachment. I think I think never. His house, never. But he teaches Dharma, of course, yes, but never organization. Yeah, so Gozangpa, so it might come later, he say, thought expression. So, anyway, so that's unbelievable. So, yeah, so like this. Then you see, depend on whom you get angry. Then you say, in bodhisattva they said like that. Then you see, if you get angry Buddha, of course, much more than that. Much more, I don't know, 1,000 years, so I don't know if we get angry 1 second, I don't know. So then Guru, that the next one is Guru, the one who has a highest merit. Highest merit, that's an object of merit. So see, I don't know, I can say maybe millions, according to bodhisattva, what I mentioned there, even though Namrim says one eon equal to second. That's the number, but the bodhisattva is then you see the issue of 1,000,000 eons, or then if you get into Guru for 1 second, then also like that, unbelievable, most unbelievable. So then, same thing. That much time you will be in the hell realm. That much time realizations get put up. So dangerous, so dangerous. So I mentioned already last time, how to utilize, not only patience, but how to utilize that others give harm to compassion, rise compassion. I mentioned word from the verses from the Buddha chapter. You write down in your notebook, in your diary book. Master, don't you remember? Not just to speak, no, the proper practice. And remember, then it's really good you're practicing, not only, the hearing become meaningful. Then I mentioned to you the meditation, the meaning, but then I didn't remember the verse, so I'm going to recite the verse. Tande dunga tame ja dag sabara minuna tananya dunga ju toa chida dome ches. That's very important, very so logical. The bodhisattva, I was a Chandideva. Wow, so Tande dunga tame ja, even this present small suffering, you can't bear. You get angry. Like a sober, that I cannot bear. Like a sober means that I cannot bear. Tana, therefore, cause of the suffering of the hell, that which is the anger. Why don't you revert towards the dominant? Why don't you stop? Yeah, that's okay. What don't you stop the anger? So you say, it's small, you get angry. But you get angry. But anger, result of anger. Result of anger, hell suffering. Whoa. Among the suffering of Samsara, the hell suffering is heavy. Whoa. all the human beings are suffering, heavy suffering, compared to the hell suffering, hell's small suffering. The human beings, world suffering is a pleasure to the small suffering, the hell. So like that, you see. So why not? So if small suffering, we get angry. Why not stop the suffering? Stop the anger which causes the heavy suffering, hell. Also use not only heavy suffering, so wrong. So what do you mean? Stop the anger which causes the hell now. You see? You have to think that. Oh, it's unbelievable. That's so okay. So I mean, it's a bodhisattva. There's very extensive subject. So, I mean, you can study those. But I'm taking a drop, so just that is. So I'm taking the opportunity or the harm. You see that some message from Russian director. So you see, please, in the morning, when you do the, for example, when you're doing what I put together, the lumbar motivation in the morning, that mind will become Dharma, healthy, mind will become Dharma, then action, body, spirit, mind done with Dharma, that's only virtue, only cause of happiness. So not only that, become bodhisattva, so much emphasis, body, how to live dedicated for sentient being. Oh, that's the best way to live the life. That's the how to live. That's the happiest life to live. You have to know that happiest life. How to live happiest life to you. Then you practice that. Bodhisattva. You understand? So 가서 so 가서 어제 가서 when you do that, for example, or when you do it when the motivation in the morning, first thing in the morning, when you begin your life. So that time, remember, put there, I'll practice patience, this life, this year, today, must determination. We are habituated from beginners to birth, so no control, like that. Then you have no choice. You are in the control anger, then create so many problems. You have the problems for others. Destroy everything. So you see, even your beautiful body, even you have very beautiful face, beautiful body, face, but when the anger comes, very scary. I've seen that. I've seen that. I definitely see that. When the anger came, very scary. Very scary. Anyway. Morning, must prepare, must motivate. Then can happen. Then, you see, he tells me this. But, you see, whether should get angry or not, you can have choice. At least, you see, you can control. Otherwise, anger suddenly anger, you are under control anger for years, and you are very angry man in years, and then months, all of that. Okay, so I want to say, so important. You must plan. like this, okay? Yeah, with the motivation morning. Otherwise, always you miss. Then, so all the merits, all the merits not dedicated to achieving enlightenment, yourself to achieving positively. That all the merits except dedicated for achieving enlightenment, otherwise all the merits get destroyed. Even you give $1 billion to a brilliant monk, offering, then that you get angry. It's all destroyed. It's not dedicated for achieving enlightenment. All that completely destroyed. It's like burnt paper with the fire. Okay, so here one girl asked about harming something. So I say, I don't mean listen everything what the other person says. Or you said, you kill. I want you to kill these people, this person, this animal, this. So yes, I'm going to do it. Not like that. I said you do according to other person's happiness, but doesn't mean you have to check. Doesn't mean everything. Generally, yes. Generally, you prefer the other person's happiness. You do the other person's happiness. So this life or next life, you have so much success, result, so much success, your wishes, without effort, success, wow, life to life, true. So that, okay? So, but it doesn't mean, I want you to kill these animals, I want you to kill these persons. Yes, I'm going to. No, not like that. Like that you have to check. I'm just telling, in this you think everything with them, you have to be careful. So all these, so I want to tell you all the life, you see, how to live the life. So if you do the morning motivation, which I was giving, all that, you see, cherishing all sentient beings. That's the most important, cherishing all sentient beings. The cherishing, so your companion, you see, husband, wife, cherishing. Bodhisattva, let go, because renounce cherishing others. What is it? So best way to live the life is with that. But it doesn't mean, only kill all this, then you, yes. Then not like that. So the other person, you could import unbelievable karma. So no, you have to have wisdom. You have to so like that. So just a short. Yeah, like that. Okay. So with the bodhisattva, with the bodhisattva cherishing others, then everything comes out. As I mentioned before, comes out Buddhist spiritual minded thing. Everything comes out of speech with so much respect and so that, and then body with the kind manner. So everything comes with the loving mind. So bodhicitta brings happiness to every sentient, even insect, animal, people, even your enemy. So much happiness you bring. So that's okay. So that's it. So last time, sorry, I didn't pass the subject. So sorry. But it was but it's very important what I said. In what I emphasize. So the last time mentioned Oma Hung, what they say, As I did mention, you know, you are the
所以
fidget.
很抱歉，刚刚那个
Your deity, the future deity, you see, Buddha, you become that now, and then do yung da chi da na mo tu me lam gong ba. Min ji zhong de mentioned the part similar to the result time Buddha, you see. So that then all the essence of Buddha's holy body, all the essence of Buddha's holy spirit, all the essence of Buddha's holy mind, so like that. And then you see, I did mention last time, good doje namnang. I did mention the relationship to finding Buddha. I mentioned it, but I didn't say word. Good doje namnang. Because good doje, Vajra holy body is better than white. Better than the white. And Sung doje, Vajra holy speech, Amitabha, so red. So Vajra holy mind, Sutu deje, Namnang, Mujava, Akshabya, blue, so like that. Then, of course, there can be very deep meanings or different colors, or they're related to four actions. Then there are many meanings according to function what they do. So colors like that. So, okay, so that's it. So the last time I didn't remember the quotation, so please, what bodhisattva said, the question I just read this, okay? Then, yeah. For the benefit of me, for your happiness, you see, if you harm others, then result, you will be tormented. You will be tormented in the hell, so forth, Lord realms. For your happiness, you harm others, then you will be tormented in the hell, so forth. You understand? Oh, this is about instruction, about life, how to live the life. You know, to not harm others, only causing happiness, benefiting others. Oh, how to live the life. You understand? For the sake of others, if you take the harm to yourself, for the happiness of others, if you take the harm to yourself, then result what happens? All the perfectness you achieve, it means including enlightenment. You understand? Including enlightenment. You achieve all the perfectness, okay? Yeah. So this teaching in the daily life how to live the life. You understand? Not that, not that. Those who want to be high yourself, I want to be king, I want to be, being higher. Then thought who desire to be higher. Then the result what happens? You go to lower realm, suffering the lower realm. No, and then even you're born human being, but foolish. Lamber Jews, even you're born human being, but doesn't speak, cannot speak, don't understand. Fool, you become fool. Oh, like that. You see? So now they change that for others, you know. So you become the lower you become the humble, lower person. You see, you desire. Like the advice is taught transformation, second verse. Kanto sujang dojang utehum yeba kanto where kanto sujang utehum where utehum yeba company dojang then you couldn't look at yourself the loss. Look at yourself the loss. Shall not somebody to the others from deep from heart. Someone talk about sincerity from the heart. To the Jabba, look at the supreme. Cherish supreme. They see. So the thing is, so designing yourself higher, then others law yourself. Then the result, Lord realm beings. Then even we are born human beings so foolish and intelligent. But thing is, but if you change to others higher, yourself lost. You change, then result, then you get reborn in the realm of the happy transmigratory being, Deva human being. No, you get then so you get reborn in the Deva human being, so much help, you receive so much help. That's for the sake of others, for the sake of others, for the sake of oneself, use others, for the sake of oneself, use others, result, you will be experienced like servants, slaves. So much like those times. So much. Because of the punishment, you experience slaves or so forth. You experience. For your happiness, you use for others. Then the result, you will experience slaves and so forth. Like that. So when I need something, you see, that top there, and when I need something, then you see, not like before. More difficult to walk out than. And more difficult to walk up than probably also laziness. So to get things done, so I asked them as well. But so a little bit more difficult to walk up. You see, to get up, like than before. Maybe also laziness. So I was thinking this. For your happiness, using others, giving jobs, using others. So then that you experience, then in future life, you become the slave. Then you get so much suffering. So, but sometimes I think, sometimes maybe that's tricking mind, cheating me, myself. But sometimes I think maybe purification for them, but sometimes, only sometimes. Maybe cheating myself. For the sake of others, for the happiness of others, use yourself. For the happiness of others, use yourself. Then result, future, you will be leader. Japan, you will leader, king, president, or prime minister, whatever. You will leader. So you will leader, then others serve you. You will lead in the future life. So forth. So you see, desiring to yourself to be higher, then you see, then others. Then it is said as a Mamba Kanshi Ngaja Wangeni. Due to pride, ignorant one, under the due to under the control of pride, you get born in three lower realms, and mikumnes is in the realm, stereo realm. Where there's no freedom to practice Dharma. Even you're born human, which is like that. You get born as a slave, poverty, caste of poverty, no power. Mulong tu chung tong, chanto uber is a jawaju. Mulong tu chung tong is a Milong, very ignorant and maybe blind, I don't know, very ignorant and very small power, very bad color. All that like that is happens. So that's what is in this verses, the second verse, we practice water every day. I practice like that. And so this brings so much happiness to others. Brings happiness to you, brings happiness so much to others. So like that. Like that. Okay. Yeah. You said one question? One question?
Yes. So our question is from Russian students. Is when you look at infinite sentient beings, and it is very difficult to generate the faith that I will be able to liberate all the living beings, because they're of infinite number, and it already has taken countless kalpas, and they're not yet liberated by all the Buddhas. So how can I generate the faith in the possibility of liberation of all living beings, and how to generate this possibility, faith that it is possible to liberate all sentient beings, because they are absolutely infinite number.
So the question is then how I can bring all sentient to enlightenment? Yeah?
How can you generate faith that you can liberate all sentient beings? Because it's taken so long.
I'll give you one question. Already numberless sentient beings become enlightened, already in the past. Who did that? Who did that? Who did that? Isn't he?
Other Buddhas did that, but still a lot of sentient beings are still not liberated.
So
liberated.
When you get enlightened, you will enlighten numberless sentient beings. Yes. When you achieve enlightenment. When you achieve enlightenment. Already numberless sentient beings become enlightened. Yeah, so that's the reason. If nobody was enlightened, Guru Shakyamuni Buddha was like us before, have all delusional, But he, General Bodhisattva, cherishing others, we didn't do, he did. So he became enlightened. We didn't do, so we're still samsara. We're still samsara. You're in samsara? Are you in samsara? Yeah. So there are numberless deities, Buddhas, enlightened. So before Sintami became enlightened. So if there was nobody enlightened, many other religions says, oh, you do this, then you achieve nirvana, But there's nobody. But there's no example. Like Buddhists, there's numberless, but there is no example. It says, but there's nobody. So it's not like that. Okay, all right. That's all?
Another one question. Can you ask? One. Okay. When one look in media, like TV, we see a lot of...
TV.
Now we see a lot of things about war, and we can very easily fall into feeling that the war, what is going is right, because in the TV it says, okay, this like conflict is correct because of this, or this conflict is correct because of that. So in this case, we can very easily lose our Buddhist, key Buddhist precepts, So how to not fall into this state of how to say, becomes kind of under the, how to not to become the kind of the slave of these negative emotions from media.
Can you repeat?
And keep your precepts as a Buddhist.
The director's question asked Rinpoche is that on TV and news there are a lot of negative news about the war, about wars, and how people justify the war. From one side, they say this war is happened because of this, because of that. So the director is asking Rinpoche, how can he balance his mind, keep a stable mind, so as not to be influenced by this news on the media about justification for war?
Not justifications, how to keep his vows.
So not to take, because of the information, so not to take partisanship, right? Not to take partisanship.
Break his Buddhist vows.
Not to come under the influence of this negative media input he's getting.
I want to tell something. You generate compassion both sides, because both sides create unbelievable negative karma, unbelievable. Oh, so many people get killed. Unbelievable. So they don't know, they have no idea. But they're creating karma. You see, to be killed by others on war, it's a result again. So This karma is experience result in lower realm. Then 3, you experience suffering in the positive result with the place you have lived, you're born there, or there's so much war, danger in life, so much disease, then creating result similar to cause. You experience similar to cause. Others they make war to you because you made war to them. So they make war to them for life. Goes on as long as you don't purify, as long as you don't in the path. Or then you see you can change, you can stop the experience the karma, but you don't do it. Never met Dharma, so no fortune, no merit. So then life to life you create the cause. Others harm you, war. Others more. Goes on. Or see millions and millions, goes on. You're making samsara no, samsara suffering no end. That was it. That's creating the experience of some of the cause. That's what's happening. Then on top of that, creating the some of the cause. So you because habit of person, you harm others. Again. That goes on. So this is what happens about so much suffering for my future life. People in the world, they think those who don't Dharma, they think, you killed him, you smashed him, bombed him, you see, the finish, you win or they lose, Is that that you create karma to be harmed by in many lifetimes to be war, to attack you, man. What goes on, then you harm them, create the cause, harm again. So you just follow the karma, whatever karma you just follow, then you make samsara without end. So you must develop compassion for both. Okay? Strong compassion, both suffering. So much compassion. Look at compassion both. Okay? That's very important. So otherwise, the gender you take partisanship, although you get involved with them, killing millions of people, you got involved by the just words, then you see, you get in suffering. Okay? Right? Thank you. So that helps the vow. That helps your vow. Yeah. Okay. That's it. So thank you very much. Sorry, I did not finish as I mentioned to you. I brought the subject, but I want to clarify some of the past things. So it's like that. So I think it's very, 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 very important, the practice. You understand? About life. Learn about life. What I have done, what to do, okay? These are all the past, the present, future, marriage, the grand marriage, the numberless, and the numberless Buddhas, may the bodhisattva source of all the happiness, success, enlightenment for oneself and for everything, and may be generated in your heart, in the heart of your family members, in the heart of numberless helpings, numberless hunger gods, numberless animal, numberless human, numberless spirit, numberless asu, numberless intimate such beings, those that generated may be increase. Chancho Sancho Rinpoche Maje Pana Jeju Je Deva Nyamba Meba Kone Kondo Ebe Oijo Donye Tawa Rinpoche Maje Pana Jeju Je Deva Nyamba Meba Kone Kondo Oijo Chara kundu jawa zonga ve te cho shinye ngusu zebe tu jawe ngawe ramsa tinyi keche tanyang toba manjo mejo namdara lo che ja se chebe nyinto che te to che ke renye nanche lo chang jawe ten tang jawa Bande lama jigo jindawa kodangu se jatan shingan cheche chencho sambo jindawa tenta konanda sojo warajo Bande lame namba tawa keji sanya loda meje jin de leba tongwe muguji lame jela san la juba Bedan sowa mongwe be yin wo bosan je sam je rewa gonse Samba drive jajijo. Due to all the parts, the best in page I made it to college by me, Tisha made it to college by number lessons in beings, and Tisha made it. Clarify number is Buddhas. That which is immediately labeled about the mind, which exists and which is merely labeled about the mind. To that matter, I who exists, that is which exists mere name. Achieve the Buddhahood which exists in mere name. Lead all the sentient beings who exist in the mere name. No, yeah, I don't remember. Lead to Buddhahood, but once lead to Buddhahood which exists in mere name. by oneself alone, who exists in the mere name. Jaman Baya Chita Jimba Da Kunta Sambo Te Yang Te Chinde Te Ta Kunji Che Sun Ta Lo Gawa Che Ta Tam Che Ra Tu Ngo O Tu Se Che Pe Cha Wa Tam Che Chu Ngo Wa Kang La Chu Tu Ngo Ta Ke Ve Tsa Wa Ti Ki Nya Sambo Chu Che Ra Tu Ngo Mission Sachi Javi Chilata Tinti Rua Maybe Jamba Tantaka Lasan Tabe Tuti Nandaman Ben Negan Dravari Jo. Then it's on the kindness yeah, all that. You have the English, yeah? Jide Kamandire Pende Okay, thank you very much. So, hope see you day tomorrow, right? Saturday.